How are you? I hope you are doing well. And today, let us start our term text 2. Start our term text 2. This is our term text 2. And today we are going to study the first lesson from the term text 2. That is, first lesson is a poem. It is a poem. The first lesson is a poem. And the teas, the name of the poem is The Teas. Listen to the spelling. T-H-E-D, teas. T-E-A-S-E. Teas. Listen. The teas. Teas means make fun of or provoke someone. That is the meaning of tease. Tease means making fun of something. That means ridicule. Kaliyakuka. Tease. Ridicule, making fun of or to provoke someone. Provoke means pragobikuka. Pragobipikuka. Provoke. That is tease. Tease means making fun of. Whenever you study a poem, you should know who is the author of the poem. This poem is written by Lillian Holmes. This poem is written by Lillian Holmes. Listen to the spelling. L-I-L-L-I-A-N. Lillian. L-I-L-L-I-A-N. Lillian. H-O-L-M-E-S. Holmes. Lillian Holmes. This poem is written by Lillian Holmes. And the title of the poem is The Teas, and it is written by the author of the poem is Lillian Holmes. L-I-L-L-I-A-N. Lillian. H-O-L-M-E-S. Lillian Holmes. The poem is written by Lillian Holmes. And you look at the first page, that is page number 7. Here is an on your mark section, and unscramble the words and find the hidden names of wind depending on its speed. Depending on its speed, there are so many kinds of winds are there. The first one is breeze. That means slow wind is called breeze. Whenever the spring season comes, the breeze flow through the flowers and the sweet smell comes to our nose. That is breeze. B-R-E-A-Z-E, breeze. Then whenever the speed became fast, it became wind, and when it is high speed, it became storm. S-T-O-R-M, storm. It is dangerous. Storm is more powerful than wind. Storm is more powerful than wind, and when it became very dangerous storm, it is called cyclone. Cyclone, C-Y-C-L-O-N-E, cyclone. Here are some words to unscramble. Look at the page number 7. First one, R-E-E-D-E. That was the group of words. R-E-E-D-E. And we can unscramble the word as B-R-E-E-Z-E. It is breeze. B-R-E-E-Z-E, breeze. R-E-Z-E-E-B-E. We can unscramble that word and make a meaningful word, that is breeze. B-R-E-E-Z-E, breeze. Next one is R-O-M-T-S. 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 We can make a meaningful word from that. S-T-R-O-M. Storm. It is S-T-O-R-M. Storm. S-T-O-R-M. Storm. S-T-O-R-M. Storm means what is the meaning of breeze? Malayalam word for breeze? Mandamarudan. Storm. S. Kodungattu. Then what is cyclone? Churalikattu. Cyclone means Churalikattu. Then storm. S-T-O-R-M. Storm. Next word is Y-C-L-O-C-N-E. Next group of letters Y-C-L-O-C-N-E. Which are the group of letters? Which are the letters? Y-C-L-O-C-N-E. Y-C-L-O-C-N-E. We can unscramble the word C-Y-C-L-O-N-E, cyclone. C-Y-C-L-O-N-E, cyclone. The first one is breeze. It is not fast, it is The next one is storm. It is dangerous, and this one is utterly dangerous. That means it is very dangerous, and that is called cyclone. It is very fast, and it is called a cyclone. 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 First one is breeze, second one is storm, third one is cyclone. It is not speedy, it is slow breeze, slow wind. This is strong wind, strong, strong wind. And this is, it is dangerous wind. Dangerous wind. Very fast. Very fast. According to speed, we categorize wind into so many groups. The first one is breeze, then storm, then dangerous. The fastest form is dangerous. It is the faster form, and it is the slow form. Okay, then let us move on to the poem. And what is the title of the poem? The Tease is the title of the poem. And who is the author of the poem? Lillian Holmes is the author of the poem. Lillian Holmes, L-I-L-L-I-A-N, Lillian Holmes, H-O-L-M-E-S. It is not H-O-M-E-S, it is H-O-L-M-E-S. L is silent there. We pronounce it as Holmes, Lillian Holmes. Okay, listen to the first four lines. You are a nuisance, I declare. You tease me so, it isn't fair. You pounce on me from everywhere, and seize my hat and clutch my hair. That means, clutch my hair. These are the 6 line stanza. I'll read it once more. You are a nuisance, I declare. You tease me so, it isn't fair. You pounce on me from everywhere, and seize my hat and brush my hair, and tie my clothes in knots and tear the leaves and blossom from the pier. These are the first 6 lines. Once more. You are a nuisance, I declare. This poem is spoken by a little girl. This poem is spoken by a little girl. The speaker is a little girl. The speaker in this poem is a little girl, and she tells that you are a nuisance, I declare. Whenever she goes outside, at that particular day when she goes outside, there is wind, and you are a nuisance, I declare. This girl is telling, you are a nuisance to me. Nuisance means making nuisance to us. It is not making comfortable. We are not comfortable in that situation. We are disturbed. That means it is nuisance to us. A new word, nuisance. N-U-I. N-U-I-S-A-N-C. N-U-I-S-A-N-C-E. Nuisance. N-U-I-S-A-N-C-E. Nuisance. You are a nuisance. The wind. Wind, you are a nuisance to me. I declare. D-E-C-L-A-R-E. Declare. I tell. Declare. D-E-C-L-A-R-E. Declare means tell. I am telling you are a nuisance to me. You are making nuisance to me. I declare. The girl is telling, I declare you are a nuisance. You tease me so. You are making fun of me in such a manner. Tease, the title of the poem. T-E-A-S-E. Tease. Tease is the title of the poem. T-E-A-S-E. Tease means you are making fun of me. You are ridiculing me. You are provoking me in such a manner. You tease me so. It isn't fair. Do you think it is fair to tease me? It is not fair. F-A-I-R. Fair. F-A-I-R. Fair. It isn't fair. Which are the first 2 lines? You are a nuisance, I declare. This girl is telling, oh wind, you are a nuisance, I declare. You tease me so. You are treating me in such a manner. You are ridiculing me. You are making fun of me, and it is not fair. It isn't fair. Do you think it is fair? Fair? Do you tease me? No, it is not fair. You are teasing me in such a manner. You pounce on me from everywhere. Whenever there is heavy wind, some dry leaves falling from the trees are hitting us from all the sides, hitting us from all the sides. You pounce on me, P-O-U-N-C-E, pounce. Next word is pounce, P-O-U-N-C-E, pounce. You pounce on me from everywhere, from every side you are pouncing on me, you are beating on me. You pounce on me from everywhere and seize my hat. Seize means catching something by force is called seize. S-E-I-Z-E, seize. S-E-I-Z-E, S-E-I-Z-E. Seize means catching something from someone by force. That means they are not giving us with permission. We are taking something without permission is called seizing. You are seizing my hat. There is a hat in this picture. You can see that there is wind and the girl is wearing a hat on her hair, on her head, and you seize my hat. You are seizing my hat. Seizing means spiritual. You are seizing my hat. You seize my hat and clutch my hair. Clutch my hair. Clutch means hung tightly. Clutching means hung tightly, hold tightly. Clutching, C-L-U-T-C-H. C-L-U-T-C-H, clutch. You seize my hat and clutch my hair. You are seizing my hat and clutching my hair. You are holding tightly on my hair. You are holding tightly on my hair. And tie my clothes in knots. Tie, T-I-E, tie, T-I-E, tie. T-I-E, tie. What is the meaning of tie? You bind something together is called a tie. Tie. We are tying or tie. And tie means kettuga. You tie my hair in knots. You tie my clothes in knots. K-N-O-T-S, knots. K-N-O-T-S, knots. Knots means kettu. We are roping that we are tying the rope in knots for making garlands and all these things. We are tying the thread in knots. K-N-O-T-S, that is knots. Like something, this is a thread and we are tying it like this, and this is called a knot. This is called, this portion is called a knot, K-N-O-T, knot. And you tie my clothes in knots. You tie my clothes in knots and tear, T-E-A-R, tear, T-E-A-R, tear, T-E-A-R, tear. We are tearing paper from a text. Don't tear pages from a tearing means making it apart. Tear into two pieces. If there is a piece of paper, it is a piece of paper, and we can tear it into two pieces and four pieces like that. You are tearing my clothes, tearing the leaves and blossom from the pier. What does the wind do? What are the things the wind do? The wind is doing so many nuisance things to this child. The wind is doing so many harm to the child. And you tie my clothes in knots and tear the leaves and blossom. Tear the leaves and blossom. Leaf, L-E-A-F, leaf, and when it becomes plural, L-E-A-V-E-S, leaves, L-E-A-V-E-S, leaves. You tear the leaves and blossom. Blossom means flower. The tear the leaves and blossom from the trees. From the pier. There are, whenever wind blows, there may be a shower of flower petals. There may be a shower of flower petals, and dry leaves fell from the tree. Dry leaves fell from the tree. Dry leaves and ripe leaves fell from the tree. That is an usual thing. Whenever we walk through the road, whenever there is a heavy wind, there is a shower of leaves and blossom. A shower of leaves and blossom from the trees. Like that, here we can see that in the picture there are flower petals and leaves are falling from the tree, and the girl is standing there reluctantly. Why the girl looks so reluctantly? The girl is very annoyed by the disturbance of the wind. The girl is very annoyed by the disturbance of the wind. And let us look to the first 6 lines. You are a nuisance, I declare. The girl is telling in an angry mood. You are a nuisance, I declare. You tease me so. You are making fun of me in such a manner. It isn't fair. You pounce on me from everywhere. You are pouncing on me from every side, and you pounce on me from everywhere and seize my hat and clutch my hair. What are the things the wind do to how did the wind tease the child? How did the wind tease the child? The wind teases the child by seizing her hat and clutching her hair. Seizing her hat and clutching her hair, and tie her claws in knots, and tie her claws in knots, and tear the leaves and blossom from the pear, and tear the blossom and leaves from the pear. That are the things the wind do to the child. Let us write. What are the things the nuisance caused by the tease? I declare, tease me so it isn't fair. You pounce on me from everywhere. Pounce the girl from everywhere. From everywhere. 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 Pounce the girl from everywhere. The first thing, the wind pounds the girl from everywhere. And which is the second thing? Seize her hat. Second one. Seize. S-C-I-Z-E. Seize her hat. Seize her hat. Then clutch her hair. Clutch. C-L-U-T-C-H. Clutch her hair. Seize her hat. Then clutch her hair. And then tie her claws in knots. Fourth one. Tie her claws, T-I-E, tie her claws, C-L-O-T-H-E-S, claws in knots, K-N-O-T-S, knots. Tie her claws in knots and tear the leaves and blossom from the pear. Which is the last thing? Fifth one. Tear the leaves and blossom, leaves, L-E-A-V-E-S. Listen, whenever it is a singular noun, it is leaf, L-E-A-F. Whenever it becomes plural, we avoid the F and add V-E-S. Leaf, leaves. If you want, you can note down L-E-A-F, leaf, then plural, L-E-A-V-E-S, leaves. Singular, L-E-A-F, leaf, L-E-A-V-E-S, leaves. Leaves. Tear the leaves and blossom from the pear, and blossom, B-L-O-S-S-O-M, blossom from the pear, Okay. What are the nuisance done by the wind? What are the nuisance? What are the things done to the girl by the wind? What are the nuisance? How does the wind teases the child? These are these 5 points is the answer of that question. How does the wind tease the child? How does the wind tease the child? The wind pounds the girl from everywhere. First point. The wind pounds the girl from everywhere. The wind pounds the girl from everywhere. First point. The wind pounds the girl from everywhere. Then second one. Seize her hat. Seize her hat. The wind. The wind is applicable in all the sentences. The wind pounds the girl from everywhere. The wind seizes her hat. The wind clutches her hair. The wind ties her claws in knots. The wind tears the leaves and blossom from the pear. Do you understand the points? Yes. What are the things done by the wind? Or otherwise the question should be in how does the wind teases the child? The question should be like that. How does the wind, first question, how does the wind tease the child? Tease the child is the question. How does the wind tease the child? The answer is the wind pounds the girl from everywhere. Then the wind seizes her hat. The wind clutches her hair. The wind ties her claws in knots. And the wind tears the leaves and blossom from from the pear. The wind tear the blossom and leaves from the pear. Is it clear? I will read that stanza once more. You are a nuisance, I declare. You tease me so, it isn't fair. You pounce on me from everywhere and seize my hat and clutch my hair and tie my clothes in knots and tear the leaves and blossom from the pear. Is it clear now? Yes, let us move on to the next stanza. Page number 8. Now in this picture, look. Is it like the first picture? No. Now the girl is very happy. Now the girl is very happy. Now there is no heavy wind. At first it was a storm. That was a nuisance to the child. But now in the second stanza we see that the wind is very slow. The wind is very slow. It is a breeze. I wish that I could set a snare. Snare means the thing, trap. Snare means a trap that we use to catch the wind. A trap that is used to trap something is called a snare. I wish that I could set a snare. I wish the wind is very weak now. The wind is not a storm. Now it is a wind. It is only a wind. And now the girl wants to catch the wind. Now the girl wants to catch the wind. Now I wish that I could set a snare to catch you. I want a snare to catch you. Now in the second stanza we see that the wind is not very strong. So the child wants to catch the wind. So here the child is very happy. Looking at her face, the child is looking very happy and she wants a snare to catch. For why does she want a snare? She wants a snare to catch the wind. She wants a snare to catch the wind. I wish that I could set a snare to catch you, but I shouldn't dare. But I should not have the courage to catch you. But I should not have the courage. I shouldn't dare. I shouldn't dare. How dare you? There is a question in our English language. How dare you? The child is not having enough courage to catch the wind. But the child is saying, I wish if I have a snare to catch you, but I should not have the courage. I shouldn't dare. For though you tease me, I declare. For though you tease me, although you are teasing me in such a manner, I am not angry towards you. I am not angry towards you. Now, when the wind is very strong, that means it is in the form of a storm. Very strong wind is called a storm. When it is a storm, the girl dislikes the storm. But when it is just a wind, the girl likes the wind. And the girl wishes if she has a snare, she can catch the wind. She can catch the wind. But she is not having enough courage to do so. For though you tease me, although you tease me when you are a storm, I declare, O wind, if you were never there, if there is no wind, there will be no fun. If there is only there is wind, we can fly a kite. Wind helps to fly a kite. The flying of a kite is possible only when if there is wind. Only when if there is wind, we can fly a kite. O wind, if you were never there, I don't think I could manage quite to sail my boat. If there is no wind or if there is no waves in the water, how can I float a boat in the water? If there is a little wind, the water will have waves in it. If there is no wind, there may be no waves in the water. Then how can I float a boat, a paper boat on water? If there is wind, then there will form some waves in the water. Then only I can float my paper boat and or fly my kite. If there is no wind, I couldn't. I means the little girl couldn't fly a kite or float a paper boat. The girl couldn't fly a kite or float a paper boat in the water. If there is no wind, there may be no waves in the water, and the child couldn't fly a paper boat and fly a kite. Okay. I'll read the last stanza once more. I wish that I could set a snare. For what the girl wishes a snare? To catch the wind. The girl wanted to catch the wind using a snare. S-N-A-R-E, snare. I wish that I could set a snare to catch you, but I shouldn't dare. I shouldn't have the courage to catch you. I shouldn't dare. For though you tease me, you are teasing me in such a manner, but although you are teasing me, I don't have the courage to catch you. I declare, oh wind, if you were never there, if you were not in the land, the wind is not in the land, I don't think I could manage quite. How can I fly a kite, or how can I fly a boat, a paper boat in the water? I couldn't think of such a situation. If there is wind, there is fun. If there is no wind, there may be no fun at all. This is the summary of the poem. This is the meaning of the poem. It is very easy for you to learn. At first, the things you should remember is, whenever you get the class, you underline the tough words, new words, and you study the spelling of that words. Then only you can pronounce or read the text very fluently, and then we can study it well. Let us have a look at the first stanza. You are a nuisance, I declare. Here, this poem is spoken by a little girl. The speaker of the poem is a little girl, and at first there is heavy wind, and in the second stanza we see that there is only a mild wind. That means a breeze. Okay, at the first time when the girl stepped out of the house, it is heavy wind, and the wind teased the girl. Teased means, what is the meaning of tease? Make fun of. That means it became a nuisance. It provoked the girl in so many ways. What are the things the wind do? That first answer. The wind pounds the girl from everywhere. When the girl is outside the house, the wind pounds the girl. Pounds means hitting by all the sides. Pounds means hitting by all the sides. The wind pounds the girl from everywhere. And for second thing, seized her hat. The wind seized. Seized means catching something from someone by force. Taking something from someone without their permission, and we are using force to take that. That is seizing. S-E-I-Z-E. Seize means taking something from someone without permission or by using force. By using force. If your friend is not giving you a text, you are taking it from him with using force. That is seizing. Seizing. Seized her hat. The wind seized her hat. Then clutched her hair. Clutched means hold tightly. Clutch means hold tightly. The wind hold her hair tightly. The wind clutched her hair. The wind tied her clothes in knot. T-I-E. Tie means bind her clothes in knots. Knots means using in a thread we are making knots by knotting the thread. That means like this we are making knots in the thread. Like that, the wind pounds the girl from everywhere. The next one, the wind seized her hat. The wind clutched her hair. Then the wind tied her clothes in knots. The wind tear the leaves and blossom from the tear. The wind tear the leaves and blossom from the tear. These are the things. These are the ways the wind teased the girl. These are the ways. There are 5 ways the wind teased the girl. In 5 ways the wind teased the girl. The first one, the wind pounds the girl from everywhere. Second one, the wind seized her hat. Third one, the wind clutched her hair. Then fourth one, the wind tied her clothes in knots. Then fifth one, the wind tear the leaves and blossom from the pear. Okay, first question, is it clear? Yes, let us move on to the second question. Whenever you study a poem or a passage, you should make as many simple questions from that topic, and you should find the answers for that. Then only it will be very easy for you to follow the chapter. In the second stanza, I wish that I could get a snare. There is a question. What was the wish of the girl? What was the wish of the girl? The wish of the girl. What was the wish of the girl? What was the wish of the girl? The girl wished to catch the wind. Catch, C-A-T-C-H, catch the wind using a snare. Using a snare, S-N-A-R-E. Yes, N-A-R-E. The girl wished to catch the wind using a snare. The girl wished to catch the wind using a snare. That is the next question. Then, really the girl wanted to, do the girl wanted to catch the wind? No. In the second stanza we see that the girl loves the slow wind. The girl loves the slow wind. And what are the things? Question. What are the things the girl wants to do? The girl wants to do when there is slow wind. When there is slow wind. What are the things the girl wants to do when there is slow wind? When there is slow wind, what are the things the girl likes to do? The girl wants to float the paper boat. The girl wants. The subject is girl, it is singular, so we use singular verb wants. The girl wants to float, F-L-O-A-T, float, F-L-O-A-T, float, a paper boat. Float a paper boat and which is other thing? The girl wants to float a paper boat and fly a kite. F-L-Y, fly a kite, K-I-T-E. When there is slow wind. When there is T-H-E-R, there is slow wind. Slow wind helps to float a paper boat and fly a kite. If there is no wind, we couldn't fly a kite. The wind helps us to fly the kite. If there is no wind, there is no waves in the water, so we couldn't float the water. The water is still. We couldn't float the water. The paper boat is stuck there. If only there is wind, there will be waves in the water and the boat flows. Okay. The slow wind helps to fly a kite and float a paper boat. So the girl in this poem likes slow wind and not a heavy wind. When there is heavy wind, it makes so many nuisance to the girl. And which are the nuisance? The heavy wind, that means storm. Heavy wind is called a storm. Slow wind is called a slowest wind is called a breeze. The first form of wind is called a breeze. That is in a slow manner, breeze. When it is heavy, it is much slower. It is called a wind. It is called a wind. When it became a strong wind, it is called a storm. When it became very dangerous, it is called a cyclones. The forms of wind. Which are the forms of wind? The first one is breeze. The second one is wind. Third one is storm. S-T-O-R-M. Fourth one is, which is the fourth one? Cyclone. C-Y-C-L-O-N-E. These are the forms of wind. Which are the forms of wind as they became faster and faster? The slower one is breeze. When it became much faster, it is wind. faster one, it is storm. When it is in a dangerous situation, dangerous position, it is dangerous speed, it is cyclone. Dangerous wind is called a cyclone. Is it clear? It is in the first stanza we see that it is a storm, and that storm teases the child in so many ways. Teases the child in so many ways. And which are the ways in which are the ways? The storm pounds the child from everywhere. The storm seizes her hat. The storm clutches her hair. Next one. The storm seize her hat and clutch her hair. The storm tie her clothes in knots and peer the leaves and blossom from the pear. These are the nuisance caused by the wind. Which are the good things done by the wind? If there is wind, if there is slow wind, we can fly a kite and float a paper boat in the water. Float a paper boat in the water. This is a poem. The title of the poem is The Trees. The author of the poem is Lillian Holmes. Who is the author of the poem? That is Lillian Holmes. Spelling Lillian. Lillian Holmes. Holmes. It is not HOMES. HOLMES, and the L is silent there, and it is pronounced as Lillian Holmes. Okay. Our chapter is over. I will read the poem once more. First stanza. You are a nuisance, I declare. You tease me so it isn't fair. You pounce on me from everywhere, and seize my hat and clutch my hair, and tie my clothes in knots, and tear the leaves and blossom from the pear. Second stanza. I wish that I could have a snare to catch you, but I shouldn't dare. For though you tease me, I declare, oh wind, if you were never there, I don't think I could manage quiet to sail my boat or fly my kite. This is the poem, and whenever the class comes to you, you read the poem so many times as possible, and that will help you to study the question answers and the exercises from the text. Okay. At first, when you read the poem, you mark the difficult words. Use your pencils, mark the difficult words. Here, which are the difficult words? Nuisance, then declare, pounce, seize, clutch, knots, leaves, tear, then dare, snare, manage, quiet, sail. These are the difficult words. You mark, underline the difficult words, not using a pen. Use your pencils to underline in the text, and you write these words 10 times or 15 times in your rough book. That will help you. When you write these words, don't be shy. You say the letters loudly when you write the words. Okay, when you write down the dictation words in your rough book, you spell it loudly, not silently. You spell it loudly, and that will help you to learn these words. And after learning these difficult words, you read the text 3 or 4 times, and you can take a video of the text reading and you can send it to me. Okay, you study this lesson very well. I hope you all enjoyed this lesson, and today let us wind up. Let us continue in the next class.